Inside this box is a new seat for my SCL500, but I gotta be honest, I'm a bit skeptical of it. Because for how awesome the listing made this seat look, it was suspiciously cheap. I mean, the listing had some pretty heavy claims. 1, simple installation. Plug in and install, no steel mount need. And to really drive that point home, check out this absolute masterpiece of a video that they included. You mean to tell me that all it takes is one diagonal back shot to the seat bag? Insane. 2, more comfortable. Allows rider more comfortable room. Improve riding comfort for a long haul trip. And the third and probably most remarkable claim of them all?
Truly waterproof, fearless of rain.
So today we're putting all 3 of those claims to the test to see if this is actually the best bang for your buck seat for the SCL500 or if it's just too good to be true and it sucks. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. Oh, that's nice. A little thank you note. Wait a second. Please contact our customer service for product installation instruction. Thank. I thought it only took one diagonal back shot. Interesting. Okay, moment of truth. That's not exciting. That's the bottom of it. Let's take off its shower cap. I mean, honestly, this is looking really good so far. The main thing that drew me to this is that it still looks pretty stock, but it has the diamond stitched instead of the like line stitched or whatever you would consider that. And hopefully you can tell it looks to be much thicker than the stock seat, so hopefully this should sit me up a little bit higher, similar to the Honda tall seat. And I gotta be honest, the quality of it feels pretty good so far. Super soft. Seems a little like, I don't know, frumpy right here, if that would be the word. You know, not super great construction, but you know, 139 bucks, what can you say? Oh, it does have a name brand. Wolfline. Cool, cool. I mean, from a purely aesthetic standpoint, this is gonna look way better, I think. Now it can look as good as it wants to, but that means nothing if it can't pass the test of the first claim of simple installation. Now I'm gonna be honest, I already found a review on a different eBay seller that appears to be selling this exact same seat, and the buyer said that they had some issues installing it and they had to like grind a bunch of stuff down, so that's not looking promising. They said modification was required for fitment on my application, US market SCL500, but after some trimming and shaving, the product fits securely. But hopefully we'll have better luck with our full set whole driver passenger seat cover cowl pad for Honda SCL500 300 500 than that person had with their one-piece full set whole driver seat cowl cushion for Honda SCL250 300 500. So we'll stick the key in here and turn it, and then the seat will just pop right off. And let's see, visually from the bottom, this is the new seat, this is the OEM. Looks like they have the same latches here. Looks to be the same tongue thing at the front, and it seems to be the same latch placement on the back, but it does almost look like this part comes down more and this sticks up more, so maybe that's what he had to trim. Moment of truth, let's see if we can get it on with one single diagonal back shot to the seat bag, or if we have to do some trimming. Hopefully you guys can see, but that bolt head right there is what's not allowing it to go all the way down. It's hitting the bottom of the seat pan right there. So I think all we should have to do is grind out part of the seat pan right there so that bolt will allow everything to sit flush, and we should be good, maybe? Okay, let's try this post shave down. Okay, I've realized that it's not just that bolt head, it's the whole platform right here that is not allowing it to go down far enough. Like those bumpers are still, I don't know, like a 1/4 inch from going all the way down. You can see on the stock one, they have this whole entire area here that goes down, plus a little bolt hole area. So I guess we gotta trim way more around it in order for it to fit.
1 hour later.
Okay, legitimately over an hour later, I think we have it trimmed properly. So this is the stock seat. This is the one that we're working on. And you can see I trimmed out that whole area there to match that indent right there. And I also realized that on the tip of this like tongue thing that goes underneath the tank, it was like scuffed up on the edges, so I trimmed that down real lightly, thinking that maybe that was snagging and that wasn't allowing it to scoot all the way forward. I think this should work, so fingers crossed. I really hope that it does, because I am sweating my off and covered in little pieces of plastic. Oh, I heard it latch. Back shot. Okay, it's on. Lord only knows how long it's gonna take for all of this melted plastic to come out of my arm hair, but the seat is officially on and looking meh. Not great, not terrible. I mean, like, the seat itself, the design of it looks killer, but honestly, even after all that, it fits like crap. You can see there's like a gap under the seat where you can see all the way through, and it's not for lack of clearance or anything, you know, like nothing under the seat is touching the bike. It can't push down any further than that. There's just a gap. And I mean, it fits okay up here, but you can see that it's kind of like, I don't know, like the foam is like kind of scrunched up underneath the vinyl or whatever it's made out of. You got like kind of pointy edges there and like some like wrinkling going on back here. I mean, it lines up in the back pretty nice, but again, you can just like see all the way through to the other side. There's something super ironic about the fact that I spent the entire beginning of the video talking about how easy it was going to be to install and showing the cool video they made showing the installation of it, only to have it turn into the most difficult seat installation I've ever encountered. But I think it's safe to say that claim number one, that myth has been busted. It was not an easy installation. But honestly, even though it wasn't the easiest installation ever, all of that could be made up for if claim number two is true. Is the seat as comfortable as they say that it is? Obviously, you can tell just by looking at it that this seat is much taller and much more padded than the stock seat was. I measured off camera and it's about exactly an inch taller than stock, so that should be really nice for me since I'm so lanky. And honestly, I mean, it feels like it should be a lot more cushiony than the stock seat. But the only way to know for sure is to get some actual seat time on it, so I'm gonna head out for probably 2 or 3 hours for an initial test, and then we'll see if all that struggle was worth it for the comfort.
3 hours later.
Okay, about 2.5 hours later of seat time. I can't really confirm that this seat is indeed more comfortable. Oh, there's some more people. Some kind of Kawasaki. Thought it was a 636 for a second, but it is not. Anyway, yeah, I cannot confirm that it is more comfortable, but I also cannot confirm that it is less comfortable. I'd say it's kind of right on par with the stock seat. Not like, I don't know, not anything notably better or anything, but also I've only been on it for about 2.5 hours, so obviously it's not fully broken in yet. Who knows? Time will tell. Maybe as it breaks in a little bit more, it'll be a bit more comfortable. Dude, everyone is down here riding tonight. Got a bunch of bikes over there. This is great. Now, although I can't say that it is like noticeably more comfortable by any means, I can say that I definitely notice a difference in posture. Like I said, it's about an inch taller, so I definitely can feel that I have a little bit more leg room and that I'm almost a little bit more hunched over because I'm sitting about an inch higher. But I gotta be honest, even though I'm pretty lanky, I think I actually prefer the lower seat over this. And that's because if for no other reason, honestly, I just kind of like when my knees are a little bit more bent and a little bit tucked up. I don't know, it just felt like I liked my legs being tucked up and sporty a little bit more, and with me sitting an inch higher, I mean, an inch probably doesn't make that much of a difference, but it really does feel like I'm kind of hunched over a little bit, like maybe some 1-inch bar risers to complement it would do well, and I can still flat-foot it perfectly fine. My knees still have a little bit of bend to them, so it's not like the seat height changed that drastically. So claim number one of an easy installation was obviously busted clear out of the water. Not easy whatsoever. And claim number two of more comfortable is inconclusive. Probably needs to break in a little bit more to get the full effects, but still inconclusive. And now all that's left is the third claim of
Truly waterproof, fearless of rain.
So you know what we gotta do. We gotta test out how truly fearless of rain this thing actually is. But after seeing the fitment of this and how there's just that giant gap where you can see through in there, needless to say, that section is not fearless of rain. Water's gonna get all underneath the seat if I wash it. So we're not gonna do that, but what we are gonna do is take one for the team and have it rain just on the seat. Then we're gonna dry it off and see if it's soaked into the seat or not. The things that I do for you guys. Okay, simulated rainfall complete. She's all dried off. The seat looks dry and feels dry to the touch, although it does look like maybe it's in some of the threads. But now we got about a 20-minute ride home, so that will be the true test as to whether or not I get there and it is just a sponge that has made my booty all wet, or if it is truly, truly fearless of the rain.
20 minutes later.
Okay, we're back at the garage, and as for claim number 3 of
Truly waterproof, fearless of rain.
that myth is busted, busted, busted. Dude, as soon as I pulled up, I could see that there was water on the seat, and then as soon as I stood up and felt the breeze, dude, my butt is wet. And I don't know how to show you because for one thing, I'm wearing black pants, so the water wouldn't show up a whole lot, and for another thing, I'm not going to show my wet butt on the internet for free anyway. So all I can think of is to show you that I just got straight off of the SCL500, and then I'll sit on the Navi, which has a vinyl seat, and then I'll hop up off of it, and you can hopefully see my entire wet butt print right there. So not only did it not pass that third claim whatsoever because of this gigantic gap right here that would obviously let water underneath, but it also does not pass because the seat itself seems like it's just a sponge and has 0 waterproofing layers anywhere in it. So how they even claim that, I have no freaking clue, dude. So I think the verdict is quite clear, and we got our answer. Yes, it does suck, and it is too good to be true. Claim number 1 of simple installation was obviously busted right off the bat. Claim number 2 of it being more comfortable came up inconclusive, and claim number 3 of it being
Truly waterproof, fearless of rain.
was absolutely busted as well. Thanks for coming along on this adventure with me today. Shout out to the Patreon members for making all of this possible. I could not be doing this without y'all. I am super stoked on how today's Patreon Polaroids came out. I took all of these as I was going along on my ride and doing the simulated rain. If you want to sign up for Patreon, where you can get behind the scenes access, early access to videos, and a chance to win every single Patreon Polaroid that I take during every video that I film, check out patreon.com/lifeofburch, which will also be linked in the description below. Otherwise, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Love you guys. Peace.
Oh, so basic. Hope you play this. Damn, I prayed it. Nice song, and I became this. Oh, souls fake it. Paid those placements. Fuck shit. And I'm still waiting on the brighter days. Been a minute, been rough many times more. And I'm kicking rocks to a sky of gray. Praying hard, talk to me before I'm done for.